Those little leprechauns can play some funny tricks on St. Patrick's Day. One year at our house, the boys came down for breakfast and the leprechauns had put little pizzas out for breakfast with green shamrocks on top. And we didn't usually have pizza for breakfast, so that was pretty funny. I'll show you how I learned to make those little pizzas that the leprechauns made. Starts with an English muffin, toasted, and after the English muffin is toasted, we'll spread it with some of your favorite marinara sauce, whatever you have on hand. Sprinkle it with some cheese, put it in the oven for a few minutes. When it comes out, we'll put a little shamrock on the top. And I'm going to make the shamrock with a green pepper and a little cookie cutter. Now, if you have a little heart-shaped cookie cutter, it works perfectly. I don't, so I'm using a little acorn. And you can sure just cut them out with a sharp knife too, just freehand. But when you're going to shop for a green pepper that you'll use to make little shamrocks, make sure that you find one that has some nice flat sides, because that's what you'll be cutting. And then just look at it as if it's a box and cut off one side at a time. And I usually pull out the little membrane that's in there and then turn it over, take your little cookie cutter, and you have to press pretty hard, but just give it a good press and you'll just cut out these little pieces that we'll put together as a shamrock. So 3 little cutouts, and then we'll make a little stem just by cutting it with a knife. So I'm going to take my English muffin halves that I've already toasted and spread them with a little marinara sauce. And if you want to, you could sure butter these too. But I'm just going to put the sauce right on these English muffins. And by the way, if you use whole grain muffins, English muffins, you'll really be doing yourself and your family a favor, a good health favor. Then a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top. And I'll put these into a 350-degree oven for about 5 minutes. I want the cheese to get a little bit melted before I put the shamrocks over the top. After 5 minutes in the oven, you can see that the cheese isn't completely melted, but it just is sticky enough so that I can build my little shamrock right on the cheese and it will stick to it. Then I'll just put it back in the oven for, just a couple minutes and let the cheese melt the rest of the way. And there we have some pretty fancy leprechaun shamrocks for breakfast in the morning. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm Sue Doden, and I'm all about food.